Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, October 6th, I believe. I am not sure what the actual content of this vlog is going to be. I am filming it under the guise of, like, how much can I crochet at a car race? Like, that sort of thing. But I am thinking the answer is probably going to be very little because I was at this car race yesterday. They had their first race day yesterday, and I went with my dad, and I had a great time. I also brought crochet. I forgot a hook, so I was just using like a little keychain hook, but I didn't get much done because I was enraptured by the car races. I'm going in again today by myself, so then maybe that will change things. Then I'm by myself, and then I'll want to crochet a little bit more then. But I mostly just opening up the option of me getting to vlog myself at a car race because I love car racing. I love it so much. It's the one sport I've ever managed to become invested in. I love F1, I love IndyCar, I love NASCAR, and I just think it's all fantastic. I think there's so much talent and it's like such an exciting thing, and it's my favorite. It is definitely one of the it's definitely in the top 5 hyperfixations at this point. So I am going to the Nitrocross races. Nitrocross comes from it's like descended from rally. It's also descended from like X Games and stuff. So it's it's very fun to watch. There's a lot of jumping. There's a lot of excitement there. It is only broadcast on Rumble Sports, which I would not recommend ever logging into Rumble unless you want to become a Nazi. But that's where it's broadcast. So that's a little yikes, but I went in person and I had a great time. It was run really well. There were a lot of female racers, there were a lot of girl races there for me to root for. Haley Deegan yesterday was who I was rooting for in the side-by-side group, and I'll sort of there's 4 different types of cars that are racing all throughout the day. So she was in side by side. She didn't do too well in her qualifying run, but she did well in her, everybody else crashed in her last chance qualifying. Basically how these races work is that they divide the cars into half, then they do a qualifying race where they're all going, and then the top 3 are put into the final immediately, and then the last 2 or 3, I can't remember exactly how many, are put into a last chance qualifying later in the day where where the top 2 are then put into the final. So Haley managed to get into the final, and she was at the very back, and she managed to get up into the 4th, and she was one of the few girls who did well yesterday. There was Leah Block, who I was there to root for. I was really excited that she was going to be here this weekend, because she races for F1 Academy, and I love F1 Academy as well. I think it's such a great initiative, and I think it should get more attention. Someone's opening the garage door. I don't know if you can hear that ominous rumbling. So she didn't do very well. I don't know what it was, if there was a problem with the car or if it just was a bad day. But she'll be there again today, and I hope she does well. Her mom, which one does she race for? She didn't get through last chance qualifying. She didn't manage to make that. What the fuck is happening in this household? It sounds like, I don't even know what they're doing. I thought it was the garage. I don't know what this shit is. Apparently they're moving a bunch of metal plates upstairs. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk through the pain. I think her name was Kira Block. I can't remember what she was racing for, but I don't think she did very well. I think she might have crashed. And then Lucy Block also. It really sucks because there was a red flag for the Baja Bugs, where Lucy was racing, because one car there's an embankment that goes uphill, and then he basically like fully rolled over and was like tipped over the side of that embankment, and like the another part of the track like goes directly below that embankment. I'll try and see if I can get some footage of it today, because he was like fully tipped over, and then they red flagged the race, so they had to fully restart, and then she was in the lead, and then after the red flag, I don't know what happened, but something happened where she like got like pushed into a ditch or some shit, and she like couldn't get the car to start again. So it was a real bummer for her, I assume. But that's a recap of apparently every race yesterday. But I really went on. So we're rooting for Haley Deegan today, and also Leah Block. The multiple classes of cars. There's the Bugs, renovated 1960s VW Bugs. There's the side-by-sides, which are like stock all-terrain vehicles. There's the next Evo, which I know run on gasoline, unlike the final class, but I'm not really sure what distinguishes them from the final class other than that they're not as fast. And then there's Group E, which is the most powerful car that is on. They're all electric, and they have like that. Their races are kind of crazy. They're very fast. I mean, they're very fast for like a stock electric car. But they have like fucking a jump. All of the races have what's called a joker lap, which gives other cars the opportunity to sort of overtake them. You have to take it at least once during the race. And for the Group E cars, the joker lap runs directly below this big ass jump that all the other cars that are on like the main track go. So they like are jumping over each other, and it's pretty crazy, like, I'm not gonna lie. So all that being said, I'm bringing my crochet projects with me. So let's talk about what I'm bringing with me. First up, a pot holder. I have been taking a pot holder with me that I've been making for Christmas for my grandma. It's not very exciting. It's lily cotton and cream, so it's very unpleasant to work with. So I'm bringing something else, because I'm definitely not going to be doing that the entire time, if I even pull it out at all. And then I've been working on the Heartstopper scarf by Katie Joy. And I have one side done. I've been doing the rows. I think, how many rows do I have? So this is the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 12, and then I can start the other side. So I'm bringing this because it's fairly compact, and it is. I have a lot of critiques about this pattern, having been working on it. I wish it had a chart. For one, I wish it had a chart for this section of it. I think it would be better. I also think, I don't understand why she didn't have you do a second row around the edge of this, because it's so like the single crochet like side. I think it would have been improved if like all of this had a single crochet, and I might go back and do that later. We'll see how much yarn I have at the end. But that's currently what I'm working on for that, and that's what I'm bringing. I'm planning on getting there early because I want to get in first. I want to try and go around. They have open pits, and they have like all the cars on show, so I want to go around and try and get some footage of that. But I'm also very like of two minds, because I also want to get onto the very back of the grandstands, because they have a chain link fence, and I want to be able to rest my back on that. And then I'm going to sit my ass down and not move for like the next 6 hours after that happens. So we'll see what happens today. Hopefully I don't need to pee, but that's my 10-minute intro to the races I'm going to be going to today. All right, voiceover time. So this is me telling myself where I parked. I just like it because it really shows how in the middle of nowhere this place is, because there's no buildings. So I made it inside. Security was a freaking beast, and they stole my scissors. I'm kind of pissed off about it. They were expensive scissors. I forgot to take them out of my pencil bag. But I'm gonna not... They didn't even like give me the option to like take them back to my car. They like fully just took them, and I'm a little annoyed. they let us in earlier today than they did yesterday. Yesterday they wouldn't let you in until like straight up 2 o'clock, but I'm kind of thinking there's going to be less people today because it's Sunday in Utah. Just generally Sundays there's a significant portion of the population that's stuck doing something else, and it's also general conference, and I'm not going to explain what that means to you, those of you not in the know. So these are the open pits. These are some of the Baja bugs. I was really nervous while filming these clips because I was like one of the first people through the doors, and I just got like so nervous that like people were gonna look at me, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's why they have open pits for people to take pictures. I don't have anything particular to say. You can see Banksy's car. That's who ended up getting like second. There's Leah's car. On Saturday, the day before, she had a lot of issues. These I believe is the heat round, just like a first round qualifying race for the Group E cars. These are the Baja bugs. These guys tipped over a lot. Like most of the red flags that happened throughout the entire weekend were the Baja bugs. And there's my crochet. Yep, so here's the safety car trying to get them back on their feet. There's like a prolonged extended version of this. I cut out like 2 minutes of them just standing around the car, but what I think is funny is that car was fully upside down and now it's just driving away. It goes to show what happens when you don't have a crumple zone in your vehicles. Shout out to the Cybertruck. These are the side-by-sides. The last car I think you're gonna see come around before this clip ends is Haley Deegan's car. I think it's actually red, but in the sun, it kind of reads as like a hot pink. These are, I think this is next Evo. I can't remember though. I filmed a lot of clips and there are a lot of like repeat races of the different groups throughout the day. Oh look, there's me. There's the crochet progress. I like how I said I wasn't gonna work on this all day, and that's all I worked on. I don't know who these are. I think those might be Group E. Oh, yes. Okay. So I'm filming them coming over the jump. One of the interesting things during like the first lap, and I don't think I ever got like a good clip of this, but oftentimes during the first lap, they'll all be like so packed together that some of the cars are like going underneath the other cars directly as they jump over them. I don't think that clip really had that. Here are the Group E cars coming back out at a later time in the day. I got tired of filming clips towards the end of the day. Oh, there's Leah. There she is. I think that was their last chance qualifying. Okay, here are the Group E cars going around again. That's another look at the big jump. Again, there wasn't really something going. They weren't really going underneath each other in that clip. I think this might be a side-by-side clip. Sorry, I'm just being quiet while I'm watching this video, trying to figure out. Okay, yeah, these are the side-by-sides. There's Haley again right at the back there. She didn't do well on Sunday. This is, I'm showing you my crochet again. This was when I was very close to being done. I couldn't really tell where the end was on my thing. Oh, there I am. My wrist keeps clicking when I move it. So this clip is of last chance qualifying for Group E, but nothing much interesting happens in it. And then the next clip you're gonna see is literally of a car crash that looks like it's smoking. It's not. It's the Group E final race. And what ended up happening is that two cars got kind of locked in like a pissing match for first, and they were just playing chicken, and one car couldn't back off quickly enough before it just like hit the barrier. And like I remember being there and seeing it hit the barrier, and there's so much dirt and shit in the air, and I just saw it for like half a second, and I see Leah going towards it. I'm like, oh shit, Leah's gonna hit this car, because all I could see is like the rear wing, and there's like no way of stopping before then. So that was a bummer for him. Oh, there I am again. So this is Nitro Circus. They did like a aerial dirt bike show at the end of the day before the podiums. This is really cool. I really enjoyed this. I had to mute these clips because I was like fully like cheering. This was a lot of fun. There I am again at podiums. Now I'm just gonna talk about anything I want to towards this, because these are all just podiums. What I noticed while I was filming these clips is that I am really bad about like starting and ending like very quickly. Like, I don't remember which podium it was, but there was like a section where I fully like filmed the third podium and then filmed the like second podium. And then I turned off the clip before they announced first, and then I had to be like, oh shit, I should probably include first in the podium section. So that was nice of me. This was the one like girl podium person. She was on the third. I think her name was Gray. I'll look it up and put it on the screen in a second. But interesting fact, she was dating Banksy, who got second. So that was what I learned from the announcers. That was like, they kept referring to it as a lover's feud. I don't know exactly. I do know that Banksy like fully crashed into her at one point, and that's how he got second. But you know, that all's fair in race cars. All right, here's first. An interesting thing that happened with this guy is that he gave a couple of words at the end of his thing, and then the second place winner, Banksy, he like also made an announcement being like, get this guy a sponsor for Arizona. So I'll put his name on screen. If any of you guys happen to be in charge of a company that can give sponsorships, feel free to give this individual a sponsor, because he did win first at this rally, and I had a lot of fun. What is happening here? I think these are, I have no idea who this is. I don't know. Listen, I went to this race, but I'm not invested in like this racing series. Like, I don't have a favorite here. I just was there for fun and to be supportive of my local events. I think these are the groupie guys. These are the big fish. This man walked in front of me. So nice of him, really. Wait, are these the groupie guys? No, these are next Evo. Whoops. Yeah. Because they have champagne, so these have to be the next Evo. Because Group E, they gave like Monster and then Busch Light, which, yeah, I thought there was something wrong with that clip. I knew there was something off. These are Group E. You can see the Monster girls in the back. I left at the same time as all those Monster girls, and I don't know why that was like notable to me, but like it was like kind of weird that they like. Obviously, like, it makes sense when I'm thinking about it logistically. Like, this is not, like, a huge event with, like, a backstage. But it was weird to be, like, walking out of the building at the same time with all of these, like, official Monster sponsorship girls. And one thing that was funny, that at the end of the day, you apparently could get a complimentary Monster. I don't drink energy drinks. But there were people just walking away with, like, cases of Monster. And then I heard people having a whole conversation in the parking lot saying that those cases were worth, like, $70. So I guess I could have gotten $70 worth of free Monster. Yeah, there's that. These podium sections are long, but I didn't really feel comfortable. Like, I filmed them. I guess I could have cut them out, but why? Now I'm just chatting at you. Okay, so it's over. I'm leaving now. I stayed for podiums because I wanted to see the like motorcycle dirt bike thing that they did. It was really cool. There will be footage in this thing. I had a great day. Still kind of miffed about the scissors, but when I think about how much fun I had, it's worth the scissors. I'll buy new ones on Wednesday when I'm at knit night, because they were my favorite scissors. I'm just pissed off mostly at myself for not taking them out of my bag. I just didn't even think about it. They're like, they could go through an airport, so it didn't even occur to me that the Nitrocross rally would be a little bit more intense than airport security. But you know, it is what it is. Next year I will not bring scissors. But for the most part, I still need to like seal it up, but I finished the pot holder. So if we're asking the question, how much can I crochet at a Nitrocross rally? The answer is about 2/3 of a pot holder. My hand fucking hurts. My forearm really hurts. And that is entirely to be blamed on Lily's sugar and cream. It is a good yarn for these sorts of dish pot holder things that I'm making, but god damn it if it does like stick with me when I work with it for longer terms. The one bralette like garment I ever made out of it literally caused me to have a mental breakdown, which is why there's no Pride vlog part 2, is because I literally cried so much during the second half of making that garment. I decided that it was embarrassing and I didn't want that on the internet. And I didn't think it was fun to watch, and it was just a nightmare. Anyway, thank you for coming with me. I really had a good time. I really love racing. It's like a thing that I never thought would be something I would enjoy. Like if you went back to me a year ago and were like, Kelsey, next year you're gonna be like really passionate about car racing, I would have laughed in your face. But the more I learn about it and the more I participate and the more I like go out and do things, it's just so fun and it's so cool. And like, yeah, this will not be my last car race. I can guarantee you that. I know I want to go to NASCAR next year, really badly. So hopefully I can make that happen. So that was my adventure to Nitrocross. I had so much fun. I did want to give an update. I did get a replacement pair of scissors. And I have gotten over the loss of the last one. The reason I was making such a big deal about like not being given the option is that there wasn't even like a dialogue like about the scissors. The guy literally pulled them out of my bag, put them on a table, and then another man walked up, grabbed the scissors, and just fucking walked away. So that's like why I kept talking about the scissors, because that was just a wild interaction to me at the point. But I kind of said that, like, it was worth the loss of the scissors to go to the race. I had a lot of fun. Update on that last clip I filmed. I did get tickets to see NASCAR in Las Vegas. I'm going to the Pennzoil 400 race weekend. I'm so excited. I got like a special pass to go see the cars in the pits. So there will definitely be a follow-up video of me at the Pennzoil 400. Very excited about that. I want to thank you all for watching this video. It was so much fun to make, but it was also very fun to edit. Like, it was a very fun to like revisit this whole event, because I don't know, it was the first race I've ever been to, and then like the entire time I was driving home, like the hour drive to get back to my house, I was like almost crying because of how much fun I had the whole day. So like very neurotypical of me to have that urge. But yeah, so thanks for watching the video. Please leave a like and then subscribe if you want to see me go to the NASCAR races. I know I love it. And I have some more race car / crochet content coming down the pipeline. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do it, but I have some stuff I'm planning that I'm very excited for. I will make these hyperfixations kiss and make out. So uh, follow me on Instagram if you want to keep an eye out for that. Thank you again. Leave a comment if you have any other suggestions of like events or things in like the Utah region that you want me to take you along with me to. But yeah, that's it. Have a great day.